Hello, hello, everybody. This is Joey Papa CTP Buscemi bringing you the very, very first episode of CTP Collector University, where each week myself and my awesome co-host, or I should say co-host, Mr. Jason Quarenga,
Hello, hello.
we'll be sitting here having ourselves some very cool, very insightful special guests, all in mind to basically just sit here, shoot the shit with you, and basically explain out what's going on in the world of pop culture. This week, again, joining us from Collectors Trading Post on Facebook is their media administrator, Mr. Roderick Nolan.
How's it going tonight?
Alrighty, and very, very, very excited to have a very special guest tonight. The owner, the one, the only, the man that is a walking comics dictionary, the one, the only, Mr. Brian Isaacs from PenDragonsPost.com.
Yo, yo.
Right, all right. Well, first of all, starting this episode, each week we like to bring, which is kind of a specialty of Collectors Trading Posts, is we like to bring the light, the new and exciting and very cool groups that are out there, websites, Facebook groups and everything. But this week, our very, very first sponsor for the very, very first show is going to be Make Mine Marvel. According to them, they are the best damn Marvel site on Facebook. These guys over there are extremely dedicated to everything and anything Marvel. Jason Kiyama, a very great guy, started the page. He's joined with Mr. Josh Miller, Mr. John Papasergio, Mr. John Magers, Mr. Billy Allen, and Mr. Sean Murdoch. All those guys are admins. One thing I love about these guys is they have no hierarchy. They're all equal, and they all like to just have fun and talk Marvel. One of my best buddies, Mr. Jodler, consistently has battles with me over DC versus Marvel. I like to say I win, but again, he'd probably say the different. So this week we're going to be dedicating the show to all those awesome guys and gals over there on Make Mine Marvel. So we're going to try to concentrate as much as we can this week on giving them what they want to hear. Also, guys on the panel, just remember and be prepared. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But the guys over there at Make Mine Marvel prepared a very special question for you guys.
Oh, God.
Yeah. They're not saying, it's not like how does Batman, take a dump in his outfit and just keep walking around in it. Nothing like that. It's going to be.
I hope not.
Yeah. It's going to be very good. Anyway. So let's talk about, first of all, the inspiration for the show is getting the educator, or I should say the collector, educated in what's going on in your market. Nothing real big this week, but I will tell you, Target has reset, and they have reset hard. A lot of the stores that I've seen personally and from my friends around the Beltway, when you walk in, usually your toy aisles are first 3 to 4 aisles in. Now they're towards the back. The girl stuff is towards the front. So you got to do a little looking. What's hit the shelves this week is really the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have finally hit Target. And they're really starting to obviously set up a lot of new stuff. There's a new, I guess, some kind of Bakugan Pokemon thing that's going to be taking the States by storm because they dedicated almost a whole side of an aisle to this stuff. So I'm sure we'll talk about that when we get a little bit more information. A couple things, guys. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but Target's been really pushing this. You guys all remember, Brian Isaacs, I know because you love all this Silver Age stuff, but you guys remember those Micro Machine stuff, the cars and the Star Wars things?
I do.
Yeah, Micro Machines, oh, yeah.
Yeah, with the fast-talking guy.
Yeah, so Micro Machines. Yeah, anyway, so that's kind of making a comeback. They got like Sonic Garage, which is all these little tiny, highly detailed little cars. My favorite, of course, because I got to say this, the num-nums there that were doing markdowns for the final 70% clearance decided to mark down the $8 McFarlane Halo miniatures that are just unbelievable detail. They're just wicked. Typically $8. They marked them down as some kind of like beef jerky, as is. So I picked them up for $1.56 a piece, and I must say they're pretty wicked. But yeah, that seems to be a trend. So it looks like we're kind of going modern but retro into that toy line. The only other thing I've really seen big with Target this week is Target.com, online-only special. For those of you that are either getting into Marvel or still want to kind of build your dioramas, the Marvel Sentinels are an online special for only $35. Now, also in the market this week, of course, is obviously everybody should know. Yeah, it's fun to hunt because you're really looking for your clearances and your deals and so forth. You definitely want to, like I always say, I'm a real hardcore advocate of it. Your TJ Maxx, your Ross, your Marshalls. You definitely want to hit those stores. But Toys R Us this week, I think their big thing was get a free Thor figure if you spend $20 or more on any type of Marvel product. That line there seemed to really frickin' bomb, like any of them when you put these variations of characters not in the movie, and always screw the collector with not getting your characters that you want to see. But again, they're trying to dump them at Toys R Us. So they're getting you to spend money. For you Marvel folks, again, they have the Quinjet marked down, $7 down to the low 20s. So if you guys have been dying to get one of those, it is marked down, pretty decent. But this week, kind of a neat thing for all of you Young Justice fans, especially you guys and gals out there that are into building the Hall of Justice. This past week, I took a mosey on into a store called Ross and found well, actually, I should say very surprised, I found a Stealth Robin. Very tough piece. Came in the same case with Stealth Aqualad and Stealth Kid Flash. Of course, the num-nums on eBay are paying $65 for this thing, which, again, as long as you have patience, it's going to pop up somewhere because they've obviously been produced. The stores didn't buy them, so they're going to friggin' go somewhere, and that's going to be your TJ Maxx, your Marshalls, your Ross, your Gabriel Brothers, your Tuesday mornings, those type of stores. So get off your asses, hunt those places, and laugh in the faces of the people saying, I got it, I got my Stealth Aqualad. Yeah, what'd you pay? $60? What, idiot. That's basically all you got to do and walk away. So, again, make sure you're hitting your secondary stores. So, into this week, let's get into some pretty exciting. How about Walmart? What about the freaking crazy clearances they're having? Marvel Legends Series 1 and 2, again, especially 1, for only $11 friggin' dollars. Marvel Universe 2-packs from typically $18 down to $11. Marvel Universe figures down to $5. Now, which is, I don't know, guys, maybe you can help me out. Brian, you are very heavily in the pop culture industry. Jason Roderick, why the hell, if this line is going to be revamping and bringing out, like we'll talk about the new Series 1 for 2012, why are they discounting toys? I mean, for God's sakes, Dark Knight Rises, nobody can hardly find Blake or Ra's al Ghul to finish the friggin' light, but yet they want to clearance them.
Well, they're probably clearancing them to get Blake and Roz in there. I mean, I'm not going to complain about the $11 price point because, I mean, it'll get people to buy them.
But what about Marvel? The hottest toy line for 3.75-inch and 6-inch figures right now, why in the world are they clearancing them?
I have an idea. I believe it's to sell more and build that cost that they're not getting from people buying them.
What? Did you drink your coffee?
I did drink my coffee.
Well, it's your friggin' coffee, Roderick.
I just believe they're trying to help people out at the end of the day and cut people's deals.
You got to watch a documentary. It's called Walmart, The Cost of High Prices. You know what it probably is? And Brian, you were in that part of distribution. You think they basically ordered so many of these, the distribution pretty much got fooked up, and they said, oh, shit, we have cases on cases of this. We have to order case series 3, 4, and 5 in advance. We need to get this crap off the shelves and out of the warehouses.
These dipshits over at Walmart have no clue about purchasing, distribution, anything. I have 3 Walmarts near me. I got nothing.
Why is that? That makes no sense. It's like they say lowest price is guaranteed, where they're $1 higher than the Target. It's right next frickin' store, and then you have one place that's in like a dilapidated part of town that's loaded to the frickin' nuts with all this stuff, and the area where a lot of people come in that you have more of a high dollar income, they don't give them anything. It makes no frickin' sense.
Yeah. I have 4 Walmarts in my area, and I tell you, when I'm around, I pop in to see what's going on. And like I said, I have my 4 Walmarts. I can remember going back to Series 5 of DCUC, and the only figure I ever saw from Series 5 in my 4 Walmarts here was a Riddler. That was it. And even with the Avengers 6-inch movie line, there was that one time where I scored the Hulk and the Hawkeye. Other than that, that's the only time I saw them. I had 4 Walmarts, only one of them carried them.
So, Brian, are you just coughing it up to being dipshits?
Walmart is arrogant because they are the biggest store. I mean, there's no denying that, but their distribution is, it's like every store doesn't get, this is what drives fans nuts. I mean, things like exclusives and stuff, how are we supposed to find them if they're not distributing to every store? The way I know this is I spoke to the toy manager, and at the time they're like, well, we have no plans on ordering. I think it was the Marvel Legends at this time, because she said something along the lines of, we have our walls filled. And of course, I turn around and go, do you realize that the Toy Story 3 stuff hasn't moved? Period.
And they didn't want to mark it down, did they?
No, of course not.
And that movie came out what? Almost
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yeah.
3, yeah, at least. Yeah.
Now, I went to Walmart a couple weeks ago, and I saw the Avengers stand, and I didn't see any 6-inch figures. They had it all cut off. I was kind of wondering if they put them off the shelves or something.
No, certain Walmarts don't get, like, the Walmarts that are around me. I've been pretty fortunate in my area, which kind of feeds my friggin' habit, which is disgusting. My wife's going to cut my nuts off if I buy another damn figure. Anybody else going to get a hell yeah?
Yeah.
Join the club.
But do we deny because we're men? Absolutely. Anyway, so some figures, like, you'll have a Walmart that'll get all the friggin' hot releases when they just launch them, and you're like, yeah, man, it's nerdgasm alert. Here we go. I'm going to have my Hawkeye, my friggin', my Hulk that's gamma radiated and all this fun stuff. And then next thing you know, those couple figures sell out, and you keep going back religiously, like clockwork, going to the frickin' peg, and some bitches are sitting there like dust collectors. Yet, you go down the street, and you have that same store that's only a couple miles away, and you just never know when the hell they're going to hit because, my God, you blink and they've got everything loaded up. I mean, it's just the distribution is just nuts for Walmart. But yeah, some of them don't have the hottest selling line. I mean, and that's another thing. I think it's a travesty what they did with that friggin' God, I love that word, travesty. What they did with that Marvel movie line. And why, Brian, when you told me this, I mean, and like I said, I kind of read your stuff over at PendragonsPost.com religiously because it's kind of like the Bible to me. Because one thing I'm like, you're no shit. I mean, I think the people out there that are listening would agree. I mean, it's like, I don't like to read crap and fluff. I don't need some girl on her knees fluffing, you know what I mean, type of thing. I want somebody who's going to give me the real freaking slap in the face details. And you were saying that when I was like, where the F is freaking Black Widow? I mean, for the past several years, she's like the badass. She's hot. You got Scarlett Johansson, the highest paid actress in the world now.
And the hottest.
What?
And the hottest.
I'm going to get there. But, I'm trying to talk business at this point. So, yes, she's hot. Is amazing. But off of her mammary glands and back onto the subject, I said, why the hell when you not – they put her in a 3.75-inch, but why when you put her in the freaking 6-inch line? Now we all have a freaking incomplete line. Of course, you got guys on CTP, Make My Marvel Toy Lines. You got them all out there, right, the Marvel sites? You got phenomenal customizers out there like Steven Customs, Fast Freddy Customs, Horton's Heroes, that new and hottie upcomer, Miss Sarah Scott. All those guys are making these Black Widows, and people are going apeshit over them. There's that one guy, I don't know who it was, even cast her head off the freaking Hot Toys and downscaled it. I mean, there's some serious freaking talent out there, yet they can't put it on the shelf. And, Brian, you blew me away when you said this. Oh, it's because it wouldn't appeal to little boys. I'm like, I never seen the freaking little boys in there buying in friggin'
No, it's not just little boys. It's boys and mothers. This is a answer that I got in one of the Q&As from Mattel. So I'm assuming Hasbro has the same policy when it comes to female action figures.
But all right, but they'll put her in a 3.75-inch scale, and that's the one that flies off the shelf and leaves everybody else sitting there.
Because they already have molds for the 3.5.
Well, my question is this: who the hell made this decision? Did they go off these freaking mothers and kids, or did they actually talk to the fans and collectors?
No, they don't talk to the fans. They like to think they talk to the fans, but they don't.
Well, I will say they talk to the fans a hell of a lot more than freaking Mattel does, but we won't go there. But anyway, I would love to see a 6-inch Black Widow figure. I mean, like I said, you guys over at Make Mine Marvel, who's giving us a little sponsorship tonight, please, you guys have some of the top collectors out there, the hardcore. I mean, you want to have John Megers. I mean, that man is a Marvel holic, for God's sakes. Get out there, start a petition, and get on Hasbro's ass. And I want my frickin' 6-inch, big booby, frickin' Scarlett Johansson Black Widow figure so I can put her with the rest of them. So my diorama or my display or whatever I want to do with it is frickin' sitting there, and it looks right. But it just makes no sense. But anyway.
And I've heard that before, though. What Brian said is right. I've heard, even back in the day during Hasbro's deals with the Batman license, I mean, you never saw a Batgirl figure. You never saw any Poison Ivy. You saw them in the little small versions. Then finally, toward the end of the line, they came out with that Girls of Gotham 4-pack with the new head sculpt for Batgirl, which didn't match the other body. It was a blue mask with a black suit. It made no sense. I mean, I have it in front of me right here. I pulled it out for my daughter to play with. But I mean, it's the whole thing where women figures don't sell to little boys. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, because look at the frenzy Catwoman is going for the Movie Masters. It's not even a pretty figure. It's a girl figure, and she is needed for your set. I mean, I can only imagine how badass she's going to look on that bat pod when it comes in, and that's what I'm waiting for. I mean, I know Roger said it's coming in the mail. I can't wait to get it, and that thing's going to look badass on that bat pod. But I don't get it. People want them. They want it to put their sets. So look at the DC Universe line with Wonder Woman, highly sought after figure. Power Girl at one point was as well. For the Justice League.
Power Girl was an epic fail.
Yeah, I got to agree with Brian there, dude. All she had going for her is her boobs.
And
I remember when she first came out, she was Wave 10. Before the All-Star version came out, you couldn't find the Wave 10 version.
well, in my local Walmart, she ended up being a peg hanger.
Yeah, dude, you couldn't give that figure away.
Mattel screwed up on the case packing for that one.
Yeah, I mean, that was like the same kid that goes around on Facebook joining groups and then getting banned because he wants to trade everybody for the stuff he wants, but he only has a friggin' Chewbacca to give somebody.
Right. But I mean,
You know what I mean?
look at the Cassandra Cain Batgirl. I mean, the black suit one. She's going, mint on cards, $70?
Yeah, but I understand your frustration being a DC collector, but me being kind of like moving towards Marvel, Josh Miller, do not say a goddamn word when I talk to you. But me kind of moving towards Marvel, especially their Select line, because they're doing so great, moving away from Mattel and into more of the DC Comics. Forget Batgirl. Yeah, she's more relevant in the DC 52, Jace, but in mainstream media right now, Scarlett Johansson's freaking Black Widow is where it's at, yet we cannot get a friggin' figure.
And I would buy one if she came out.
I gotta agree with you, Joey. The Black Widow I still haven't got one, and I would love to get one. They need to get something going with this.
Well, that's here or there, but anyway. So
it's not just this line; it's just about every line. You just got to wonder who is the brain trust that comes out with the choices for the figures and doesn't bother. I mean, it's DC Direct does it, Hasbro does it, Mattel does it. They all do it. It's just none of them have a clue.
Well, maybe if we all keep going strong and we start building a fan base and all them great listeners out there start saying, listen, these guys, maybe we'll get somebody's attention because we'll become like Shock Toy hosts or something like that. We're just going to like lay it on the line. But anyway, enough of the Black Widow. I'm starting to get depressed. Anyway, let's move into the next thing for Marvel Universe. How about 2012 Series 1? I know they popped up overseas a couple months back, but I hear they're starting to be spotted here in the States. Sounds like in this Series 1, you got a pretty wicked line. Probably one of the best ones I've heard released. Spider-Man, Professor X, Hulk, Beast, Kraven, looks very cool, and probably one of my favorites in that line is Beta Ray Bill. Looks like you got several variants as well. You have some Baghead Spider-Man. Am I saying that right? Baghead?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. An Ultimate Spider-Man. Of course, I'm a huge Ultimate fan in the Marvel world. Upside Down Spider-Man. I guess that's just a variation of him being flipped up, kind of like the other ones were. And then you also have an upside-down variant of Beast. Now, speaking of Marvel Universe, it just seems like they've built such a phenomenal, line from when I think David Vonner helped create that in the beginning. Have any of you guys actually gotten the SDCC, DC Comics, Kilowog, and Kyle Rayner yet?
No.
Not yet.
But
Okay.
I do want to at some point.
Well, let me make you realize one thing, and I'm an opener. You all know that. I believe that these little bad boys, piece of PVC, need to breathe. You know what I mean? In my messed up head, I'm like, them little guys can't be in there suffocating. Well, I free Kilowog, and man, I put his ass up, and he is one wicked little SOB. I'm looking at him right now. Then, to my favorite upcoming character, because I've been loving the new Guardians on DC 52, is Mr. Kyle Rayner. Man, I pulled him out, got his gun. He's got a pretty wicked gun, kind of like Hal Jordan, the TRU version, where he's got the machine gun. Well, this one's got all the freaking, like, the Green Lantern stuff flowing out back. I pull him out, the effing leg falls off. The freaking leg, left leg of that, falls down in my effing lap. And I'm like, are you effing kidding me? I mean, you know me, I'm sick of Mattel now as it is. And I'm like, all right, my saving grace is DC Comics. Well, they put out this 3.75-inch line on the back of the package. It shows John Stewart holding a gun, a construct gun, phenomenal, atrocitus back there. I mean, this line is constructed beautiful. But then I get out my Kyle Rayner, and already quality control, the fucking leg falls right out of my goddamn lap. So I'm like, are you kidding me? So I will say this to put it on record. It's that, have you guys seen that new way they're doing things? It's kind of like they do a hardened PVC mold, so it takes the correct type of paint out, but the ball in there is like a clear hardened gel. It's kind of like a clear, like resin type plastic that, and they have the carved out part near the hip, and you just pop it in there. You ever seen this? Kind of like Play Arts.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that's it. I was going to tell you because I'm really curious to see if any of the people in the Marvel world have gotten these guys yet and opened them up, because if the line continues, it's going to be a phenomenal line. It'll definitely give Marvel Universe some competition. But again, I hope to God they don't have quality control issues, because when that leg fell off, man, my stomach just dropped. But
Well, I mean, DC Collectibles doesn't have a good track record currently with the Killer Croc situation with the arm falling off. Maybe it's the plastic they're using or whatnot. I mean, I'm still waiting to get mine from the shop. Our shop always have been short the last couple of weeks, a lot of things, and Killer Croc is one. So once I get mine from the shop, I'll let you know if it has that back and quality control issue. But I mean, like I said, DC Collectibles, besides the Sinestro statue that came out for the Black as Night series, everything else has been kind of crappy, but that Sinestro statue has been holding its ground fine for me.
Well, again, like I said, if they get this 375-inch line, if this detail stays the way it is, guys, I mean, I'm almost, if you guys don't have it, I'll send it to you just to look at it. It's just a great set. But then again, what's that?
I have nothing against it. It's just I am Green Lanterned out. I am so tired of them.
Then you need to change your altar pick, son, with your pipe and your Green Lantern mask on.
No, I didn't have another mask, but I am so sick of. There are a ton of other better characters.
Really? Because we're going to review Red Lanterns later, Brian, so that should get you really fired up, baby. Bring out the rage. Anyway.
They looked cool, but I didn't want to go and spend $50 for them that people were pricing them at.
50, it's 25.
Well, people are putting
secondary market.
Well, that's
yeah.
That's your fault, dummy. Why do you think we're here? Okay, so moving on. Let's talk about some other news outside of Marvel. What's going on is kind of pretty interesting. Jason Quaranga, I'm going to give you props on this one, buddy. So everybody listen up that are, and we're going to get into this a little bit. I had Jason research a little bit on the Maddie subs, but I will start it like this. For those of you that are really hoping that those three lines go through, we want to understand that you need to listen to this very carefully, because you're going to want them to go through, and this is why. Jason sends me a picture. They started, obviously the Chinese sellers are overseas. They're already sending out their orders of Red Robin and Superboy Prime. Well, yeah, you're going to even more, Brian. You're going to love this one. So everybody.
Oh, that wasn't me.
No, that was me, that gird.
Oh, that was you. God, you sounded just like Brian, dude. Wow. Anyway, so they're putting these new characters, guys, against the DC Universe Classics and the DC superheroes lines, right? You guys are going to shit your pants, because guess what? This is how ridiculous Mattel has gotten, and I've got to say this, and I'm going to say it very nicely. I know I have to watch my P's and Q's, but they frigging – this is how, when I say corporations screw collectors, okay? How do they push their product on somebody and make them buy something and try to do something different and not stagnate a line? Well, this is your wake-up call, DC collectors, because your new DC All-Stars that are coming out are 7 friggin' inches compared to 6. I mean, you've got Red Robin, who is freaking over an inch taller than Batman. Not my world that I've read. Jason, go ahead.
They used the teen style buck for the body, but they gave him adult legs. And I don't know if it was a quality control outside of China, maybe the ones that got shipped out early through eBay were the rejects that came out of the factory. In previews, they had them solicited at 7 inches, and usually previews has been known to have an error here and there.
Yep.
But looking at the pictures, I know a guy on one of the other sites got a Red Robin and a Superboy Prime, and even Superboy Prime towers over Superman. And I mean, you can tell they used the teen buck for the body, but they gave them adult legs. And I don't understand why.
He looks like a full 1-inch scale bigger figure.
No, you could look at the body sculpt. The buck on the actual chest piece. They gave him adult legs.
I didn't even look that hard, man. I got so disgusted. I'm like, that's it. DC Comics again. I'm done with Mattel. Brian, what's your thoughts?
I'm not a scale Nazi. I'm just happy to get the. I'm just happy to get the characters.
So when your wife goes to bed, sit in your living room, and when the kid's sleeping, you play with your little figures. Well, one's a freaking inch taller.
It doesn't matter to me, honestly. It's that don't bother me so much. What bothers me is we're getting fucking Superboy Prime before we can get our goddamn T-shirt and jeans Superboy. Like, I don't know. Every fan has been demanding.
Dude,
no one said, "Oh, I want a Superboy Prime." No, people have been saying, "We want the T-shirt and jeans Superboy." You dumb fucks.
Hey, listen, real quick. I'm glad Brian or Jason and Jason. I'm kind of glad we're reviewing Red Lanterns tonight because he just spewed freaking magma all over the freaking mic.
Yes,
flew my
yes,
left
he
freaking
did.
ear. Brian, you're so pumped up, dude. You just created static from hell.
Sorry.
Got every other word, but all I know is you definitely do not like what they've done. So it is what it is. But again, I guess it comes down again to my conspiracy theory. Great guy that joined the board, joined CTP recently, named Jack. Had a conspiracy theory. A very opinionated, very intelligent guy named Gannon Gilmore on there. Very good guy. These guys are very passionate, like a lot of collectors. And one thing that Jack made, he said this is kind of a conspiracy with Matty subs and all that stuff. And yeah, I want to take his side because of this kind of shit that happens right here. They give us a completely different scale figure. Now, DC Superheroes line was great because they said, oh, Christ, we got to stop this. It's going to the classics, all right? And you can work them in with each other. But honestly, guys, now remember, you guys all know I've been doing a fire sale, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we noticed.
Well, start looking for some more because I am blowing out the rest of it. When I saw that these new figures are larger, all the Bad Boy Penguin and, everything that you've seen, or the stuff that I kept, the rare, like, Batman stuff. I'm even thinking, believe it or not, Jace, I'm even thinking of getting rid of my Green Lanterns. That's how pissed off.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I'm serious. I cannot stand it anymore. I cannot stand when a company does that.
Let me say something real quick. I mean, this All-Star line was only slated for one wave, correct?
No, it was supposed to be a continuous wave. The new,
but then you got Batman Unlimited and then DC Unlimited. So the DC All-Stars was really supposed to be DC Wave 21.
Right.
That's what I remember correctly. But I mean, it's something that I think was rushed. And if they are in fact a 7-inch wave, and like I said, we haven't seen the actual product. We've seen someone shipped from China or Malaysia. We haven't seen an actual in-box product yet.
well,
so I'm
Batman's
still gonna.
almost 8 inches tall, Jason, and that's what they're saying in previews. And Superman's 7 inches tall. And you got these coming in at 7 inches tall.
I'm gonna hold my reserve. I'm gonna keep the faith and keep the glass half full for
That
this.
sounds like freaking fanboyitis, that half glass full shit. You can't fool me. It's fanboyitis you got. You're hoping to God the shit works out.
If not, guess what? I'm chopping them legs off and putting team legs on them.
Yeah, you always got super glue, right? Well, that's the problem. I mean, you guys got to think. I mean, it's so frustrating. That's why I don't care. I mean, I'd rather spend my money on high dollar items. Like, for instance, in Play Arts. I mean, oh, my God. That new freaking Harley Quinn, I've never had so much fun groping a piece of PVC to just pose the damn thing. And, I mean, she is freaking sexy.
So just to play devil's advocate, at
Please.
least on Red Robin,
Uh-huh.
has anybody seen the card back yet?
No,
It-
no one's seen anything. They come straight from China in bubble wrap. So I mean,
Because you got to remember that the original Red Robin was a grown-up Dick Grayson.
yeah, he was on one of the parallel Earths.
Was
yeah.
he taller than the rest of them?
Yes.
What
If
was
you
his
look
height, technically?
if you look at Alex Ross's drawings, he was pretty tall.
But was he taller than the rest of them, though?
Well, that was the question. Was this the Alex Ross version or was this Tim Drake? And every question's been answered. This is actually Tim Drake. So, because I mean, who knows? With the new 52, because you got Superman and Batman and Superboy Prime. I mean, they said it had to have been Tim Drake. But you know, looking at the buck, it wasn't a adult buck. It was a teen buck on the body sculpt. So that's why everyone said it was Tim.
Well, interesting. Well, we're going to find out, I guess, obviously. Well, let's move on to our next subject. Here's a subject that's dear to a lot of people's hearts. I do feel for the people that are really banking on this. We've had people leave CTP because they're so upset because folks like, with my opinion, or else because people are so passionate to it. The subscriptions at MattyCollector.com. You got the Watchmen, Black Freighter Club, Master of the Universe, and DC Infinite Earths. Jason, you have an update with those, don't you?
Yeah, supposedly the Watchmen sub is greenlit. Irregardless of what happens, I believe the Watchmen sub is only a six-figure sub.
Right.
So what people are doing is people are buying into the Watchmen sub because of DC's perk. When you pre-order the subs, you get early access to other figures. So, for example, is a couple days prior to the 15th release date of these figures, if you pre-order any sub, you have early access to these figures. So people are buying the lesser of the three subs for a commitment price to get early access to the other things regardlessly, which I think is going to ultimately be the downfall to the lines if they don't go through. But everyone's watching that thermometer gauge, waiting for it to move. It's Sunday. I don't think they're there on Sunday hitting the button to make a thermometer go up.
Well, you know, it shouldn't be hitting a button. It should naturally be going up.
But you know it's not going to happen that way.
Well, of course not. But that's
But I
what.
mean,
Because I'm sick, honestly, of seeing Toy Guru coming out there. You know, everybody's blogging. Please buy 2 subscriptions. Why the fuck would I want to buy 2 subscriptions? Who's going to buy it? Am I going to put it on eBay?
the thing is, the subscriptions are expensive as it is, and to ask people to buy 2 is ridiculous, especially in this day and age. Which is why people are buying into the Black Freighter Club, because that is the lesser of the 3 evils.
Well,
And you'll still be able to get figures based on that. But it's in my opinion, I think this happened last year with the 2012 Infinite Earths. They actually opened up a second round of subscription window to get more people into it, but it still happened. I don't think they even hit their quota last year either.
I think they're
No, they did not.
Yeah. But I want to ask this of Brian Isaacs now. I want to ask you, Brian, because you are a Watchmen fan, and we all know your opinion on that awesome movie, Watchmen, that was done.
Oh, you're gonna
There he goes again. He's turning into a Red Lantern.
get him started, right, Joey?
Dude, did you just hear that shit?
Yeah.
That was like Belize and all of them just freaking attacking the phone just now.
Don't even go there with that movie.
Brian, breathe through your nose, out your mouth. All right. What is? I mean, are you pleased from what you've seen of this new Watchmen line?
I'm not going to buy it. I
love you, man.
I just don't have an interest in it. I mean, what I wanted was the original, DC Direct Dave Gibbons sculpts that never came out for some reason. That's what I wanted. But we never got it from DC Direct.
But are this new Watchmen line? Are they going more off the comic, or are they trying to push more of the movie in this line?
I really haven't seen enough to really judge. It looks. I mean, I've only seen the 2 figures.
Mm-hmm.
And it does seem like the only way I can tell it looks like the comic is if you look at Rorschach's grappling gun.
Mm-hmm.
That's Dave Gibbons' design from the comic. That's not the movie version.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I got no clue which version they're using.
Huh. I mean, like, I'm glad to see Watchmen fans at least have a light on that. That's awesome. So there must have been a lot of people that were, I mean, you know what I think part of it was? The $0 to get involved. You didn't have to spend nothing. You just put your name on a friggin' list and give them your credit card info. The rest of your clubs, Master of the Universe, got it. I mean, look, I don't collect that line. I never got into it when I was a kid watching the cartoon. I just couldn't. I never was pulled in by it. But I do know there are a lot of major hardcore fans out there that are literally very upset because of the years they've invested in the thousands upon thousands of dollars, and they're about to have it ripped right underneath their ass because and I've never seen an outpour of commitment more than what I've seen from Master Universe.
The question with the Master Universe line, though, is it's almost $500 for the year because of the amount of figures that come out.
Not including shipping, Jay. So
I mean, they pump out double the figures than the other ones do. So I mean, maybe that's their downfall right there, is putting out too much.
Yeah, but the fans are screaming for them.
Exactly. There's people, Brian, I don't know about this because, like I said, I'm not a He-Man fan, but because I'm growing up, you'll like this, Brian. I was always a Robert E. Howard fan. I would always like, dude, Conan the Barbarian would kick this guy's ass. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, let's look at the character in general. It's pretty much Shazam meets Conan.
Yeah.
I would agree with that.
Oh my God, man! I mean, you just brought new light onto that. I'm in.
And I'm sorry, it's just I can't stop looking at the universe. It's very effeminate. I don't get the appeal.
I mean, I thought every guy liked men with big bulging muscles with hardly any clothes on. I mean, come on now. I mean, you got to get all kinds of silly on it. Anyway,
and the cartoon, honestly, crap.
You're the man. All right. How about this one? DC Infinite Earths, right? So, Jason, let's be real. You are the benefactor of most of the friggin' figures I get, if not all.
Yes, and I thank you very much for that.
And yeah, well, you're the man. The only problem is, buddy, you're not going to see it again from me this year because all the crap that's coming out. Like, honestly, I don't want a figure of Uncle Sam. I've never read him when I was a kid. Never got into it.
Blasphemy. Blasphemy.
What?
Blasphemy.
Yeah. Look, I'm okay with he says I want you for the U.S. Army, but like when I read, what was it, Trinity, when they got their asses kicked. You know what I mean? He got, he was the last one going down. I knew it was symbolism of America and all that stuff, but he still got his ass kicked. All right, so he never really appealed to me. But
dude, it was created by comic legend Will Eisner. You don't get much more cooler than that.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So maybe I'm not cool, but that is, what I want to collect. There's all these other characters. Like Jason loves the Metal Men. I'm like, dude, you can have them. How much are they? I don't give a shit. You can have them because I just never got. I've seen them in storylines and stuff like that, but it just, Batman Breaking the Bold. That's where I was educated on those guys.
But for them to introduce something like Uncle Sam, it's just like, okay, you're finally putting the classics back in the classics because they're actually going in further instead of the fucking remake. I can't stand the fact they're making a goddamn Larry or
please, don't be sacrilegic now. Come on now.
No. They are crap characters. They really are.
You're telling me Saint Walker's a crap character?
Crap character compared to Uncle Sam? Yes.
Well, it's because Jeff Johns, man.
Oh, God.
Your favorite guy in the whole world. You know he's a master.
All I know about Uncle Sam is we want you for the Army. That's the only reason I know him from.
I mean, the thing is, the Freedom Fighters were a big part of a DC age. I mean, you had, that team itself. I mean, to have Uncle Sam being the front runner of that team, yes, he was the front runner. I mean, but you had a bunch of other characters that need to be made as well. I mean, it goes back to what Joey was saying, is that here you go, giving you Uncle Sam, but where's the rest of them?
Mhm.
You know, Mattel's not going to do it. So that's what Joey's saying.
Well, basically, yeah. Once again, you're going to get a team that's. I mean, like if I put my things up, my kids will be like, "Daddy, why do you have that guy that's on the poster there? Where's the rest of the team? The rest of them?"
Yeah, it's the same thing with the Legion. We're never going to see it was that Legion 15 pack was a freaking joke. I mean, I ended up buying it, and it's just like one female character using the same large buck with the skinny damn arms. It's just like.
Don't forget the horrible paint apps, because I knew I bought one and sold it right away.
Oh God, I got to sell some individually. But it's.
I didn't get the pack, and I want to know, was Invisible Boy an invisible character or just an empty slot?
It was an empty slot. It was meant as a joke.
God damn, that sucks.
Yeah, but they put some glob of man butter sitting up there named Global, whatever the fuck. What was his name?
Protein.
What's that?
Protein.
Protein.
God,
Ain't that like a chicken breast? Come on.
No, it's just when it comes to the Legion, there are a couple fan favorites: Wildfire, Karate Kid.
Ralph Macchio was in that set.
Yeah, Timberwolf. Those are the big male fans. But then Dawnstar is the biggest female Legionnaire, and we aren't going to see her.
Well, that's it. If the sub doesn't go through, you won't.
Oh, please! Even if it does to her, we're not going to see it.
Dude, you had man butter spraying all over the friggin' phone when you kept seeing them when they were doing the SDCC launch. Oh my God, Jason! You were like, we're not going to see that. Then they showed it, and I remember Jason laughing because you guys were like, oh my God! I'm sitting here like, who is that? Who is that? Why are you guys acting like retards right now? I mean, you're drooling into my freaking phone.
Hey, let me tell you right now, the fact that we're going to get Elastigirl and the rest of Doom Patrol.
Dude, you can go down to a freaking porn shop and get an Elastic Girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got it right now. I'm just kidding. Anyway, let's move on because it's starting to get twisted on this one. Anyway, guys, let's just hope and pray that for our folks and our friends and our fellow peers out there that do collect these lines, that it does go through for them. I myself will not be contributing this year. I do apologize, but again, for me, it's just not worth the investment.
Yeah, I feel the same way. There are a lot of great characters I want, but I'd rather buy them on the monthly basis than
Yep, exactly.
spend the full amount. I mean, I need Phantom Stranger and a long-legged man to finish up my JLA.
Right.
That'll be a very happy camper.
And and we'll leave that alone, but you've had a long history with that elongated man thingy.
I'd rather not get into that.
Bingo. Okay, so let's move on now. Here we go. This first review this week, we're going to talk about comics because I'm going to throw you guys off. I'm going to get you so in-depth into the DC universe that when our boys over at Make Mine Marvel have me slap you with this question, it's going to make it even harder for you. All right, so let's look at this because first one, again, Red Lanterns. When it first started, a lot of people were like, it started slow. I had a kind of the same feeling, but I love Atrocitus. You know what I mean?
It did start very slow.
Yeah, it's like talking with Roderick, trying to, you know what I'm saying? Have more than 5 minutes without falling asleep. Right, Rod?
Yeah, totally.
So,
Whatever you're going for there, Joey.
my man. That's right. Come on. So, as soon as you open a page of this, you're getting into, issue 12 now. You open a page, and as soon as it opens up, here's freaking Atrocitus' son just whipping everybody's ass, taking names, crushing people. What I love the symbolism here, and maybe, Brian, you can help me out with this because, like we all know, you're a lantern nut. You love it.
Yeah.
Okay. What's up with this big Mama Luke that spews molten lava out of his mouth, leads the Lanterns of Rage, and he's so emotionally wrapped up to Dexter, this little freaking cat. He's supposedly a mean sumbitch that was like a ring just popped on his tail because he was such a mean SOB on the planet Earth. What's his attachment there? Because it's this offspring, very first offspring of Atrocitus, knocks the shit out of this thing. And, man, they just, oh, my God. It was just like the fight became about, oh, my God, you hit my cat. I mean, where's that coming from? Did we lose him?
Yeah.
I got nothing because I've given
Did
up.
I stump the famous Brian Isaacs?
No, it's not that you stumped me. It's just I've totally given up on anything lantern-wise.
I can't review this with you. So, Jason, how
Listen,
you like?
I think you're asking the wrong question. I mean, Dexstar, whatever his connection to Atrocitus is, we may find out next in the Zero issue, because supposedly the Zero issue is going to have a nice thing about Atrocitus. I want to know how Rancor, the Earth Lantern, channeled the dead Red Lanterns out of his ring. That's what I want to know.
Right, and we're going to talk about this. Obviously, everybody who listens to this should have damn freaking read it. You know, I mean, but you know, you've got what I, you know, Mac, you know that. See, there's so many different twists. That's why I think they dedicated a book just to the Red Lanterns, because compared, you know, even the Sinestro Corps, all of them, they're a bunch of freaking pussies compared to these guys. Like you said, Ranker basically channeled all of them. Maybe it's part of his, I don't know, maybe his human part of him that helped channel it.
Well, you also got to think about what Abysmus said out loud. He said the Guardians promised a reward if he killed him, killed Atrocitus. And Atrocitus goes, the Guardians?
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, this might be part of that third army. And that's the thing is, there's so much going through here. And like I said, is to speculate right now, you can't speculate right now. It's just, there's too much going on. And I speculated too much with Blackest Night, Brightest Day, and to pop up with Brightest Day, oh, it's Swamp Thing. I'm like, fuck, Swamp Thing, why?
well, here's another neat thing I thought was in there. I just love Zillius Zox, man. He is so freaking funny. I mean, you know, he's a big monster head with these little stubby arms and all that, and he's just a mean son-of-a-bitch, and he's just funny. So Belize is starting to get kind of like, you know, converted by, you know, Fatality, and the way they drew her, I mean, the bitch looks like she was ridden hard and thrown out wet. I mean, she's just nasty looking. I mean, she's supposedly the most beautiful woman in the universe at one point, and yet, you know, when they
well, no, those couple of pages were drawn by somebody else. You could tell the artist switched for those pages on Zamora, because it was the artwork was looking pretty nifty, and then you go to the pages with Bleeze and Fatality, and it's, what happened to the artwork? It's like, can this guy not draw girls? Maybe that might be the problem. But
you're right, Chase. I just noticed that. I guess I was so into the thing.
But, I mean, the artwork changed for those 3 pages. I think they went to a different artist, or that guy maybe has a leaf field problem where he can't draw feet, he can't draw girls. Who knows?
You took a shot at that field.
That's funny.
Well, here's one. Check this out now. Now, Brian, now obviously, Brian, you may like this. Maybe, I don't know. I'm trying to, you know, reinvigorate you with the lanterns. But
Ain't gonna happen.
but I'm sure you'll talk about baby furniture, right? You've been working on that all freaking day. You'll tell me about every nut screw, but you can't talk about Atrocitus, can you?
Oh God, I can't stand Atrocitus. If I see one more person say about his character, I'm gonna scream, because it's just, GL had really cool villains before all this corpse crap. Can we bring them back, please? I'd like to see Evil Star. I would like to see Sonar. I want to see the Tattooed Man. I don't care about Atrocitus. Atrocitus is a tragedy.
Yeah, he had his family wiped out by the Manhunters, dude. Why don't you have some goddamn sympathy, for God's sakes?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, dude? You know, God. But how about this? Maybe if you know, since you want your Sonar and all them guys back, how about this? He rips his own son's heart out and uses the blood to bring back and bring back the red battery and give all those guys their powers back. Now tell me about that for a twist, huh? Mm-hmm.
Well, the twist was how Rancor was trying to figure out what it is. All of a sudden, it says the term he used, the bees come back to the hive with the honey, and that's what they all came back with, a blood tribute. And that, to me, shows that no matter this little war that Bleeze is trying to start, may be null and void if Atrocitus now is coming back to having the core. Now he knows his mission is the Guardians. How he's going to be back and hunting the Guardians down. So I mean, this whole war again is going to happen. Whatever it is, a third army. I mean, you're going to get another big crossover with the Green Lanterns. And like I said, I don't mind it. I'm enjoying the read right now.
I'm with you.
Brian does not, and I understand his frustrations with it. But I'm enjoying the read right now, and it's going to be a nice ride. Now, if they build it up to this whole thing, and all of a sudden I get another Swamp Thing as my climax, I may have to start looking somewhere else.
No,
But,
you're gonna get a fucking Blue Beetle.
Oh!
I'm not joking. They are setting up to have all these Beetle shit in the Green Lantern crossover.
Ass kick, dude.
I'm not joking about this crap.
Don't cry. I told you about that. No crying on the show. Go.
They have a fucking lip.
I'm sorry. Oh my God, Brian! I so want to drive up to New York and just sit down and drink freaking beers all night with you, bro. I so want to. I'm screwed. I'm just telling the family I'm taking a weekend off. Oh my God, I got tears in my eyes. But go ahead, man. Talk about the Blue Beetles.
Oh God, it's just I can't stand. I've actually got called a racist once because I said I didn't like Blue Beetle. I'm like, no, I just can't stand this fucking poser.
You called a racist because of
because the new Blue Beetle is Jamie Reyes. He's talking the original Blue Beetle, Ted Kord. And I agree. I miss Ted Kord. I mean,
yeah, it's just I'm a big Ted.
Tights, didn't he?
What?
He wore tights. This new guy wears armor, right?
Yeah, but he's still a lame-ass poser that Johns and Dido have a friggin' hard-on for.
Well, obviously. So
this is the lowest-selling title of the entire DC Comics. They refuse to cancel it.
Because he's big with the kids. He's big with the kids. I mean,
No, he isn't.
my 3-year-old has a Batman Brave and the Bold DSi game, and she knows Blue Beetle. She can pull Blue Beetle out of a lineup. Blue Beetle, Blue Beetle, Blue Beetle.
The last character my kids will play, Jason.
My 3-year-old loves him. I don't know what it is.
I didn't read him, but I think he looks kind of corny. So I'm agreeing with everything Brian's saying.
Well, I mean, like you said, yeah, the concept of it, but like on the Young Justice, they seem like Brian said they are pushing them on that cartoon. The introduction of what is it, the Black Beetle?
Yeah, they're introducing the Black Beetle. I can name 10 teenage characters that would be a lot better fit for Young Justice, but no, they keep insisting on pushing the new Beetle, and I can't stand it.
Yeah, but Brian, they are listening to what you're saying, babe, because you got to remember they're going to give you the revamp of the Super Friends.
Oh God, I will kill somebody.
Well, hey, the good news is you don't have, Black Vulcan, the guy with the freaking leotard on. You know what I mean? You're going to get Static Shock. You know what I mean?
That's the way it's looking. I don't mind Static so much, but I mean there are other teen heroes that would be great for the team. I mean, you want diversity and a good teen hero. Put Firestorm on the team. The Jason Roche version, not the Ronnie Raymond.
Yeah, but I think somebody listen, boy, because I don't even want to get into the new show, Arrow, because what I've been reading this week has got me walking around like a freaking erection. I mean, it is nuts. Guys are talking about introducing in that new live action. But
settle down, Joey.
I know it gets crazy over here. It gets nuts. Well, I got to shut the doors and put padding up when I get like this. But yeah, you're right. I mean, it's but you got to admit though, Brian. I know I guess we're going to get off the Red Lantern thing because it just makes Brian very, very angry, to say the least. But moving into like the Young Justice thing, you got to admit though. I mean, I know you want to see so many, Brian, because you're so in depth knowledge-wise and being, owning Pendragon's Post. I mean, your life's been this, but you got to admit, Young Justice has been amazing because everybody was so pissed when they did that jump. Now everybody's like, where's the next season? Because when they introduced like Batgirl and Wonder Girl and all these new characters and everything, I was like, oh wow. And then Lobo came in, and you got to admit they have diverse in the second part of this.
No, I'm not doubting that. It's just once again, it's how I feel about the friggin' Blue Beetle. It's just like. Young Justice is probably one of the best animated shows on the network, on television these days. Mm-hmm. It's well written. It's not dumbed down like a lot of shows would be. Mm-hmm. It is written more for adults. I mean, it has some appeal to kids, but there are subject matters in there that kids aren't going to get.
Mm-hmm.
and it's very well written. And the animation, it's some of the best animation I've ever seen.
It's on point. It's on
Yeah,
point.
it really is. It's really nice animation. It's nice and clean.
Mm-hmm. It's in depth, like when Superboy is kind of drugged. He goes back to Lex Luthor and Yofaba, kind of like a Darth Vader movement. Of course, I can't even talk about it. It still got me kind of shocked. I mean, the depth of the storylines in there, like when it ended last season, where Aqualad was actually a double agent. I mean, when they showed him as betraying everybody and Black Man's son and all that stuff, I was like, oh, you got to be freaking kidding me! That's my favorite character, and then Kid Flash and everybody comes back together, and I was like, hot damn. You know what I mean? It totally threw me. Totally threw me.
I felt that way about the Red Arrow episode.
Uh-huh.
It was an homage to the classic 1960s Snowbirds Don't Fly, where Speedy was caught doing drugs. It was an homage to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed that. And I don't know how many people got it, but that's what I got. And he looked strung out like on drugs like he was back then.
And he admitted to it too.
Yeah.
In a way, yeah. And they did it masterful because they didn't give the kids, just, look at the superhero, he's all drugged out. But no, they did it where adults will understand that. The kids, it's like, oh man, he looks rough. He didn't sleep, Daddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is my question for you, Brian. Since you can educate me here, maybe I don't know. Well, Jason, maybe probably Rodder. But the thing is, when you had Roy the clone, and then they find Roy in the cryo chamber missing his arm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Cry for Justice.
What's that?
The Cry for Justice storyline.
Okay. Now you got that.
Yeah.
This is my question. Does Roy the clone stay as Red Arrow, or does he travel the path of Arsenal, or does the vice versa, the one that's been cryoed, he's distraught because he lost his arm? By the way, question, how the hell did they replace his arm in the comic?
Cybernetic arm.
And who provided that?
I believe it was it was either Cyborg or it was Red Tornado.
It was definitely Cyborg. It was one of his extra arms.
There you go. It was gold though. They made gold.
Yeah, and for some reason they came up with the excuse why they couldn't heal it. Oh, there's some kind of nanites in there. I'm like, let me guess, you guys got all this freaking technology and you can't fix one of my favorite heroes? Jackass. And kill off his daughter. Way to go. Way to go, Robinson.
Man, I am just wrecking. First Red Lanterns, and now they're effing up Speedy. Unbelievable. Sorry, Brian. But anyway, let's get back on point. Here's a second issue I want to talk about tonight. Very surprised, very excited to reading it. We're into issue number 4 now, getting ready to go into issue number 5. Is Earth 2. Brian the other day was like, hey, did anybody read Earth 2? Well, when you asked that, that made me want to read it, not knowing whether you were either busting balls or saying, I like the story.
No, I really did. It's
amazing. Amazing.
Yeah, it's great. I've been reading it.
It's what I really find interesting is how Grundy, who's a plant-based creature, keeps referring to the green, and I wonder if this is Earth 2's version of Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I had the same feeling because.
Well, I don't know about that because, and this is why I say that. Everything he touches, he's contagious. He poisons. His reach of death goes beyond just where he's attacking.
No, but the thing is, it's just he's trying to defeat the green. And in the Swamp Thing series, the Swamp Thing is part of the green.
Oh.
So it's all about plants. It's all the damage that he's doing doing decay to mainly the plants, if you look at it. So I'm wondering
it's all plant life, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if this is the same green that Swamp Thing is, and that it's not, the ring that Alan Scott has is not like Starheart, but actually the same type of green from that Swamp Thing has.
Well, everybody was. Everybody was kind of like saying, "What the hell?" When they said, they were going to introduce him, a pretty popular character as a gay character, as a big.
Oh, who cares?
Exactly. But I'll tell you this right now: that guy is a freaking badass. And the fact that he lost his love, you know, in the train wreck, and the Earth would not bring him back because he was there for him. He's got this vengeance and this presence now, right? And he came in and just whipped some ass, and you got frickin' Hawk Girl frickin' using like machine guns, which is wicked. Flash is cracking me up. But, you know, I guess the one thing that shocked me is how the Atom jumps out. He's like just a badass Atom, almost like a giant man, like they kind of skimmed off Marvel a little bit with this guy.
No. They skimmed off. They made him a combination of. He's still Al Pratt, but it looks like his powers are like Atom Smasher.
Yeah, Adam Smash. I was going to say that.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of excited that Kendra is the Hawk Girl of Earth 2 because
Yeah.
I kind of like Kendra Hawk Girl in the comics back in the day.
Yes, this one kind of looks like she's African American, which I don't have a problem with. I think that's pretty cool. I like her look. I like the Atom's look. I'm not thrilled about Flash and Green Lantern's look. I'm really enjoying the comic, but I just don't like their designs.
I miss Alan Scott's cape. I think he needs his cape back.
Well, how about this? Let's flip to the very last page, okay? When the Atom's about to whip everybody's ass, right?
Hold on, I'm going there now.
All right. When I read that bottom page, right, they keep bringing in all these different new heroes. You know, and the way they're working them in there is really wild. You know, they're not just saying, "Oh, he appeared," like you know, Mercury crashing and give it, you know, making a flash and all that. But it says next. Go ahead, Jace.
Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman, and the greatest villain of Earth 2 revealed.
So, Brian, tap into your intelligence. What's going on with that?
That's just this is August. That's going to flash, but that's the Zero issue.
Yeah, Zero issue, because you know Batman, they're all dead in Earth 2 right now.
Right. Are they going to bring them back, or can they?
No, it's a flash. All the Zero issues are mainly flashbacks.
Yeah.
So we're going to go to an Earth 2 without a Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, the Trinity, the driving force in any universe in DC, and they're not going to have them.
No, they are in Earth 2. It's this. The September issues are all labeled Zero. They're all flashbacks, so you're going to have basically a story. It's a story before they die.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to get all excited here and see a reemergence of Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman.
No. You remember in Earth 2 first issue, they all got changed.
Wiped. Right. All right, you guys just fucked my night up. Thanks. All right. Anyway, so now I'm about to screw yours up, okay? Direct from Make Mine Marvel. You guys ready for your question?
Yes.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, bitch. What up? All right, here we go, guys. All right, Marvel guys. Oh, this should be fun. Now, listen, Marvel lights over there on Collectors Trading Post or even on your wall. Hopefully you like the answers, but let's not get too crazy because I'm dying to hear what this is going to be. Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Presented to you by the admins and the members of Make Mine Marvel. Name. Ready? Oh, I love this one. Name other comic superheroes in other comic franchises that you think or wish would be in the Marvel Universe and why. Roderick, so need to put some Jeopardy music in there, babe, when I was reading that, okay?
God.
I'm so in. God, that was a good read. Okay. All right, Brian. Oh, you know what? I know Jason's probably dying right now because I hear him breathing hard. Go ahead, Jason.
Let's see. If I had more time to prepare, I could probably give you a nice little narrative. Let's see. Off the top of my head, I'm going to say Oracle.
Oracle. Now, we're talking about little hottie redheaded guy shot in the gut by Joker.
Yes, I'm going back. I say Oracle because she can network with the X-Men, with the Avengers, with basically any superpower team Fantastic Four. She could be their eyes, ears, tap in with Jarvis, tap in with Cerebrus. I mean, she could be the probably the go-to person to coordinate all teams and effects and efforts.
Now, what I told the guys over there, I'm going to play a little devil's advocate here. Okay, so I'm going to drive whenever you say an answer. I'm going to dig you for why, because you're not going to just get away of saying that. Now, my question is this: are you saying for instance, the current war that's going on now, you know, Avengers versus X-Men? You're saying nobody, or she's the only one that can come into that universe and get them all together again because of her smarts as a regular human, but behind a supercomputer.
Well, listen,
That makes her a superhero, is my question.
You didn't throw in
I didn't throw
a
nothing.
scenario.
Huh? I'm not
You
saying.
just said who would fit. I'm not talking about war.
Well, of
The
course I am.
AVX.
You need to know what's going on in Marvel. There's a serious freaking war going on. You got the Phoenix coming back, whipping some freaking ass. Right? You got Cyclops and them all sharing a little bit of power. I mean, Frost and all those bad ones, Colossus. Right? They're whipping everybody's ass. But you're saying that girl's just going to come in there. You got to know what I'm saying is the story is there's a freaking war going on right now.
Well, fine. You want to play that game? I got right back at you.
I want you to bring it.
Here we go. Well, because of her training, because of who her mentor was, and because of how in-depth she is with Batman was her mentor. Come on now.
So she's
because of how in-depth she is with her technology and her battle, tactics, I think she can definitely form a good battle plan to get them all coordinated. I mean, that's just...
Dude, is she a licensed therapist?
Listen,
But you're going to, I mean, dude, if you know the story, Captain America sure as hell ain't backing down, and Cyclops going to whip his, they're going to unleash some freaking beams up in that guy's cap. I mean, you know.
Cyclops isn't thinking straight ahead right now. He has that Phoenix Force fucking him up right now.
Exactly. He's going to bang some fucking ass with that stuff, son. And you're going to have this little girl in a wheelchair going to be freaking trying to say, hey, you, stop it. Put that red stuff away. Put it away. She ain't going to do it, dude. I got to go on the buzzer.
She will coordinate an effort.
Brian, you're done. I can't. My Marvel peeps are going to be shitting themselves right now. I can't have you just saying that. Brian, you're next. Jason, you get another one after this. Go ahead. Unbelievable. Go ahead.
Honestly, I cannot see any DC character in the Marvel Universe.
Oh, Brian, I can't accept that as an answer, son. You got to give me somebody.
No, you said any comic line. You didn't say it had to be DC.
Right. You're right. But you said DC.
No, I said I just can't see any DC character. That doesn't mean I can't see a character.
Allow me to rephrase that, Mr. Isaacs. Who would you see outside of DC Comics that would go into the Marvel Universe and whoop some ass?
Hellboy.
Oh, nice. Nice. And why?
He's the type of character that would fit in perfectly, especially with Doctor Strange, and I could see him teaming up with Doctor Strange. Ghost Rider would be a nice battle. I could see him and the Thing being drinking buddies, playing cards.
Well, what's he like? What's them candy bars he likes? Paydays or something like that? Or what was them things? Baby Ruths. That's right, Baby Ruths. I think it's shit with Baby Ruth.
He's a hard drinking, take no nonsense, take no shit, demon looking thing with a Brooklyn attitude. You don't get better than that.
All right, let's piss Josh Miller off here, okay? This goes out to you, Mr. Josh Miller, over on Make My Marvel. Who do you think would win a fight between Hellboy and Josh's secret in-love infatuation boy toy, Gambit?
Hellboy.
Hellboy.
Come on, guys. Give Gambit a little bit of freaking New Orleans love now.
When I see Gambit go up against pretty much Satan himself, I'll be impressed.
Couldn't have said it better.
Hellboy has taken the large amount of abuse.
That is going.
He limped away from it, but he's
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this then. All right, we got Hellboy. Hellboy's a good one. I'm still kind of in a shock and awe moment because Jason, you were so excited about Oracle, and I'm just disappointed. Anyway, hope you're going to come back with another one. Roderick, who do you think in any other franchise would look great in the Marvel Universe and why?
I think Green Arrow because
you are going to start a fight. God dang it. All right, go ahead. I want to hear this. Now let me. Oh my God, you don't understand, dude. I got no.
I know where I'm going, but
dude, I told him Green Arrow will fucking whip Hawkeye's ass. Oh my God, I thought I opened up the floodgates on that one. Go ahead.
I was thinking more seeing them team up, maybe even having their own comic run and all that, and I believe they could be great.
Purple and green. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, think about they could be like high security people overtowering, taking watch.
Did you read JLA Avengers?
I did not.
I'll let you borrow them.
They did not get along at all.
Oh God, no. They're both. I mean,
Well, that's also people writing it like that. I mean,
This is Kurt Boswick. You don't get, this man has more. I bow to this man. This man makes me, he writes stuff, and I'm looking it up like, what the hell is
now
he?
I do think Green Arrow could beat the shit out of Hawkeye.
oh God, Roderick.
I,
Oh
I got.
my God.
I just think Hawkeye is a wimp. He dresses up. I mean, he barely saw light in the movie, and
What
I
are
just
you talking
I
about?
don't.
You kidding me? He's one of the most prevalent characters out there. He's the one that flies off the shelves. Everybody wants. The love infatuation is with Hawkeye. Now, I love DC. We all know that. But, okay, you got the Ultimates look that he pretty much donned in the movie. Then you got the guy that's running around with a little feather in his cap. All right,
Yeah, he's not running around with a feather in his cap, and quite honestly, I have to agree with Roderick.
whatever.
I think you got a man versus a boy.
It's not that. It's Green Arrow now has better fighting skills than he ever has.
Yeah, but, all right, here I go playing devil's advocate for my Marvel peeps. Doesn't the same Hawkeye eventually bullseye?
I mean, the Ronin bullshit that Bendis pulled out of his ass?
Yeah, I'm talking about going and becoming Ronin.
Yeah, never happened.
Whatever. Didn't happen with Green Arrow either, brother.
Yeah, yes, it did.
When did he turn into a ninja?
When?
Yeah.
When he was trained by the same guy who trained Deathstroke in Judd Winnick's run.
Oh, hence the pilot episode. Don't give away that. I don't even want to get in that show, man. We'll spend an hour on that thing. I am so hopped up about that thing. All right.
Bendis' lovely little retcon that he says, oh, that was always the history. Bullshit. Hawkeye is a scrapper. That's all he's ever been when it comes to hand-to-hand combat. He's a scrapper. He can hold his own, but he's not up to martial arts. He's not a martial artist.
Hey, time out for 1 second, Jason. Make a note real quick to get Mike or whoever on Facebook to start damage control. Because when this goes live, oh my God! Look, guys, it was just a show. It was just opinion. Because my God, wow, that was a good one. That was a good one. But all right,
I want to hear Papa CTPs. That's what I want.
I want to hear Jason's because I'm still thinking.
Oh no! I'm standing firm on Oracle. I ain't moving on that one.
You know who I would like to see come into. Now, you said Oracle, so I'm definitely getting a free reign on this one. You know what I would like to see? Go into the Marvel Universe and see how they would handle it. Brian, what is my favorite genre to read?
Oh, could it be a Green Lantern book?
No.
No, he likes zombies.
Say it again.
Thinking...
Say it again. What was it?
He likes zombies.
The undead? Oh, my God.
Oh,
now,
my.
imagine some virus, ZX4, attacks. Now, remember, you got the Marvel Legends. Everybody goes nuts over Zombie Hulk, Zombie Captain America, Zombie Spider-Man. Forget that horse shit. A Walking Dead type outbreak breaks out into that Marvel universe, and everybody starts becoming the undead, and they go directly the way the Walking Dead is going. What happens with them superheroes, and would they retain their powers, or would their body go dead and just become a walking shell of what they once were? Can it be affected, and would it mutate into other lines? Like if they bit a mutant, will it still have the same effect on a mutant as it does on, say, for instance, an engineered metahuman like Captain America? I'm just thinking of pure zombie war or basically incomparable, kind of like the way the Ultimates went off. I just think the zombie genre is due for a comic, and with the phenomenal dark characters. I mean, look, all right, you got a bunch of freaking zombies coming at you, right? Everybody be shitting themselves, firing, hitting them in the chest, knock them back. They're still going to keep coming, right? But you got Wolverine whooping out some fucking claws, going out there saying, all right, bub, let's go. You know what I mean? Going out there and just start hacking freaking head. You got all horny there. When I was like, all right, guys. All right, so anyway.
Oh, goddamn.
You know what I mean? So, he ain't got nothing to do with it. Anyway, so that's my Wolverine voice.
In all reality,
Yep.
it would be a very short battle. Anybody who did not have an invulnerability could turn into a zombie, but unlike the Marvel zombies, I mean, how is somebody going to break the Thing's skin or the Hulk's skin with their teeth?
But
Can't be done.
right, exactly. So forget that part of it. What I'm saying is, okay, so the Hulk wins. So we just set the Hulk out. He gets to smash everybody's freaking skull in, right? You know, greasy black shit's flying everywhere. Then you got a guy like Wolverine, okay?
He's
Wolverine,
got a healing factor, which could
right.
most likely counteract the virus.
But will it counter the virus? That's the question, because they cannot find a cure for this, right?
I think he's going to counteract it. He's got the healing factor. It just would make
Serious.
sense.
So Joey, what I'm gathering here is your answer is zombies,
Fuck yeah, babe.
and that is better than Oracle.
Dude, it kicked all your ass. Zombie, you guys can't handle the truth. Word. That's all I'm saying. Zombies, baby. Zombies. Right?
Overrated.
Whatever.
Oh.
Anyway, no, what I'm saying is.
And I had to think of a second one. Okay.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're going to be hard pressed to come up with a zombie invasion on the Marvel Universe. Go ahead. That's good. That's good shit right there. Captain America be throwing his shield, hacking off heads. Forget the body, hit the head. You know what I mean? You got the guns, pop, 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 pop. You got freaking Phantom X. You got, all the.
And then you have Spider-Man there going, I can't believe I ate my girlfriend.
He couldn't do that, dude. He couldn't talk about and he'd probably climb up the wall, not know what the fuck he's doing. You know what I mean? Come on now. You got to know
that was the worst line in that whole book. I ate my girlfriend.
Well, he's not supposed to be talking anyway. I'm talking about the Walking Dead meets the Marvel Universe. Can't handle the truth. Anyway. All right. Go ahead, Jason. Come up with another one after Oracle. You give me an unfortunate world-bound girl that was, shot in the gut, stripped naked, taking a picture. The picture sent to her dad in the joke, right? I give you zombies, and you
didn't listen to my. You missed the point.
Dude, because I was cute.
You didn't say superpower. You said DC character.
Dude, I'm trying to make friends with Make Mine Marvel, bring them and Collectors Trading Post together even further, and you give me that freaking pansy excuse. We're starting World War fucking III with Arrow's gonna kick Hawkeye's ass. I mean,
when Marvel can give you something better than Marvel Apes, maybe then I'll start thinking about it.
Marvel Apes.
Yeah,
when all the characters were monkeys for a year. Come on now.
No, you know what? I definitely missed that part of comics, and I think everybody probably forgot about that one too because it's never really brought. But I mean, think like Brian Isaacs here. I mean, he said Hellboy, phenomenal. I said zombies. We're going that dead shit, son.
Hellboy was a good Hellboy. I think wins the whole fun thing.
It's phenomenal, babe. All right, now give me one. What do you got?
Now, if I was right, there was 2 questions.
Well, first of all, Roderick, I didn't ask you. That's first. Second, I want to know, who do you think, as Oracle, is going to be in there?
Red Hood.
Very nice, and why?
Killer instinct. He can play both sides, almost like an X-Force kind of person, or even a villain.
Right, and I may want to challenge you and have you give me a third because I want to try to take you out of your element, which is Batman. Yeah, I know it sucks, but you're the one I'm picking on tonight. And Red Hood was created by Batman, dies by the Joker, comes back in the Lazarus Pit, goes fucking nut job. You know what I mean? And then he comes back, becomes Red Hood. There's no Batman in the Marvel Universe, so how the hell did he become Red Hood?
He could be. He's a freaking mercenary.
Dude, I'm shutting you down. Marvel's on me right now. I'm shutting you down. Go ahead.
I'm not a Marvel guy. I honestly.
You sure did. Batman. Okay.
Listen. I started reading AVX. I'm reading Spider-Man now. All right, leave me alone. I'm getting into it a little bit.
Okay? So what do you think?
What?
Don't give me somebody outside of Batman.
There is nobody else besides Batman.
Oh my God. TV, television.
Have you not seen my room, Joey?
Jason, I never was invited there, nor would I come. Literally. Anyway, no. Who do you think besides Batman? And don't say Superman, because his bright-colored outfit will not work in the Marvel Universe. So.
Well, according to the Schusters, they may bring him there one day.
Oh, don't breathe your chest. Yeah, I do something that you don't. That's right. I hang out with famous comic artists who fuck my friends over and don't draw them a picture.
I'm not ruining the surprise for you. I'm not ruining the surprise for you, but guess what? You're getting your Punisher sketch cover one day. Just relax.
Are you shitting me?
Maybe. Can I rest an Oracle?
You know what? If you answer this next question correctly, is Mr. Scott going to draw a cover of having half Batman, half Punisher, as if the two universes collided, and bodies all over them. Yet on the Batman side, they're all still alive and beat the shit pummeled. But on Punisher's side, they're all fucking gutted and dead.
Let me tell you what he's doing. He has a Punisher sketch cover in his hand.
Fuck me over.
And he is putting CTP on that cover for you with a Batman Punisher hybrid. That's all I'll tell you.
Gentlemen, I think I'm about to get naked. I'm going orange.
Too much information.
Doesn't matter, dude. You hear what he just said, Roderick? Yeah.
I heard what he just said.
If you start hearing, yeah, I mean, you know it's getting crazy over here.
Oh,
CTP with a Punisher Batman hybrid. Now that's fucking sexy right there, son. Come on. So anyway, anything else you guys want to throw in there about characters that could match up with Marvel?
I don't know. You listed publishers too, so
Don't think too hard in that. Just give me a character, dude.
I have nothing. I'm drawing blanks.
Really? You probably shoot blanks. Anyway, anybody else?
The problem is, I mean, it goes back to what was said before. You look at the Trinity in DC, and they're gods above men. I mean, they're Superman. I mean, Wonder Woman, Batman has a plan for everything. You look at Marvel Universe, and everyone bites on everyone. You got Deadpool and Deathstroke. You got the Hulk and the Juggernaut. I mean, there are differences, but there's similarities, and it's you can pin them up side by side every day of the week and twice on Sunday, and argue who's better, who'll win. You know, we had the little battle royale we had right here. Previews is doing the same thing with the Olympics. Like the thing on Previews from Facebook was in the 100-meter dash, who would win, Flash or Quicksilver? And it's like you can do it every day of the week.
Yeah, they got that off us because we've grown.
But I mean, it's one of those things you gotta look at. It's where your allegiances lie. And like I said, I'm a Batman fan. Will always be.
I would definitely. Yeah, you're going to go into Batman. We got to cut you off there. You know what I mean?
You know.
Oh, by the way, guys, got to admit, Jason, I got to give a big shout out here. Take all the fun to the side, put it second, but let's get serious here. Jason, our very own Jason Quaranga, my co-host on this nice, awesome CTP University. Is going to be on the History Channel show, The Toy Hunter.
Travel Channel,
sorry. Travel Channel show, The Toy Hunter, because of, guess what kind of collection he has? Roderick.
Batman.
There you go. He has one of the largest ones out there in the U.S., and this guy found him. Was at 3 Alarm Comics and goes to Jason's house and tries to buy shit, and Jason's like, kiss my ass, you're not getting that. It's my White Lantern Batman, you asshole.
Basically, I said that's basically how it went down, too.
Yeah, I'm sure it's going to be like, oh, no, please, pick something else, you know? They're going to dub it, but, Jason, when's that air?
I have no idea. I know the first episode is on the 15th of this month, and I believe on the second or third episode. I'm not 100% sure, but I know someone who is around our circle of friends who can tell me what episode I am, so.
That's very good. Congratulations there, but...
Well, if it's the second or third, it's either 22nd or the 29th.
Roderick, what would we do without you, dude? Our wall calendar. You just got yourself a new position, son. All right. So, in a nutshell, Brian, what are you thinking? Anything else you'd like to talk about tonight?
No, I think I'm good for right now.
Roderick?
We still got the contest going?
No, that ended on the 4th.
Okay.
What else?
I don't have anything.
All right, Jason, besides Batman, you got anything?
Honestly, AVX number 9. I'll talk Marvel for you for real quick at the end of it. I read it. I've been really reading the AVX. It's been kind of up and down for me, but I respect the hell out of Spider-Man for that whole book. That whole book made me look at Spider-Man in a new light, because that was definitely how Spider-Man should be portrayed, always and forever. Not as a victim or a little, emo kid, but this Spider-Man, the way he was written in this book, if you haven't read it yet, this is how the Spider-Man we all grew up to love.
Well, how about this? Brian Isaacs, here's one for you real quick, because we got to end this soon. What's up? And I know you were like, what the hell, when you saw the spy photos of Captain America's new uniform?
Again, they're saying it's to make it more modern, more like a real soldier. I call bullshit, and they're trying to make it like a movie.
So are they making it? So they're making it more like the movie?
Yes.
Wow. So there you go, Marvel fans. It looks like they may be trying to attempt to do a revamp like DC did. Hopefully it goes well if they do. So In closing, we want to start, just finish off, say thanks there to everyone who listened tonight and basically put up with us for the first 2 hours of our premiere launch episode of CTP Collector University. As you can tell by the name, we kind of are raw, real, and we like the deal. The biggest thing is that we are just like you. We're normal guys sitting back, having a good freaking time and talking opinion and discussing facts that are out there. Not one of these made-up shows or people that make up infomercials trying to explain to you why you need to spend money or why you need to read this, read that, and why you need to believe me in that. It's all about opinion. It was which we are. We're collectors. You like this line? I like that line. But with that, also remember with the CTP network, we are trying to grow it. Again, we love, again, for our sponsor tonight, Make Mine Marvel. We're so happy they accepted our invitation to be the very first sponsor on our show. So, again, don't forget, they are the best damn Marvel site on Facebook. If you guys want a real hard look at Marvel, definitely go to Make Mine Marvel. Next, we want to say, again, thank you, Mr. Brian Isaacs, for one freaking awesome site of PennDragonsPost.com. We're definitely getting into more and more reviews over there, aren't we?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, makes you happy.
Spotlighting some of the best indie stuff that's out there. All the comic world just isn't Marvel and DC. It's good to take a look outside.
Oh, yeah. And you know me, like my love of zombies. We've been reading them Dead World and all that fun stuff. And I tell you what, guys, like Brian said, I mean, if you're kind of tired of just always going to the comic book movie or the superhero hype, and they're great sites and everything in Newsarama, check out PennDragonsPost.com because it has awesome written reviews by people like you and me. One thing I love about Brian is, I love him. He's controversial. If he doesn't like something, he's going to frickin' tell you. And I'd rather read his reel than that frickin' I got paid off, so you got a deal type of writing. So also a lot of great reviews going on. A lot of your staff members from Collectors Trading Post are writing articles. Next up, we got, of course, Mr. Jason Quaranga's Fun and Love down at 3 Alarm Comics. And where are they located, Jason?
Biloxi, Mississippi.
But don't let that stop you, because I sure as hell ain't driving there, but I have a phone, and all I have to do is get a hold of Jason Quaranga or call down there to Mr. Scott Huberman. What's up, Jason? Said it right this week. What's up?
That's right. You said it right this week. That's
Props.
right.
Now, if you do get a hold of Jason or call them up or hit them up on their Facebook page, mention to them that Papa CTP or you heard it first on CTP about 3 Alarm Comics. If you order 50 freaking bucks a product, they're taking $10 off. That's right. They're giving you a 20% discount. 20% discount off your order anytime you go over 50. So for every 50, they're going to take 10 off. Again, thank you so much. They're a great store. I've dealt with them several times. Never once been dissatisfied, and I can tell you I'm one of the only people in the United States that actually can hide a full-scale, one-for-one Red Lantern that lights up for my wife. She still hasn't seen that, Jason.
I can't believe that. It's huge.
All right. So, next we got Talking Shop with Chris and Josh podcast.
Yeah, those two crazy bastards, man. Come on, listen to them. They're good stuff. It's good times with them.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, they are quite amazing. I will tell you that. They, Chris and Josh, fortunately, Chris is sick this week, but they moved into their new studio. These guys, if you get a chance, you can find them on their Facebook page, Talking Shop with Chris and Josh. They are sponsored by Collectors Trading Post. You'll also see the, their promo when they do this show on there. These guys are fun. You never know what the hell is going to come out of their mouth. They actually stopped the show one week because their honey buns were done in the frickin' oven. So you're sitting there like, where the hell did they go? And then they come back. But the great news is when they do get into it, man, are they hardcore. Passionate, and I just love listening to them. Plus, they're just hilariously funny. Again, don't forget, Make Mine Marvel. A lot of great guys over there. 300-plus members at this point. But, again, these guys are hardcore. So if you consider yourself a hardcore Marvel fan, get your ass over on Facebook. Get your ass over at Make Mine Marvel and put in a freaking group request. Get in there because one of their, 5, 6 awesome admins are going to welcome you aboard. You got phenomenal people, and I'm telling you, those guys go out of their way to help you, especially when you're looking for something Marvel. And, again, just like Collectors Trading Post, if they think they can find it for you cheaper instead of paying all the money with another guy, they're going to help you out. I can tell you, I know for a fact, Josh Miller, that man sends more packages out for those members than anybody I've seen before. Also, don't forget, again, ourselves, Collectors Trading Post on Facebook. Look for us there. Again, we're networked now and merged with Pendragon's Post, so you're going to see myself, Mr. Chase Guarenga, and all the great admins. Head on over there and see our reviews of opinionated articles and reviews of the newest and latest and the hottest DVDs, comic releases, and books, as well as action figures. So with that, Jason?
This is CTP University, Collectors University, signing off.
That's right. And this is Joey Papa CTP Buscemi saying thank you so much. Thank you and good night, as well as thank you to Mr. Brian Isaacs, as well as Mr. Roderick Nolan for putting up with us for the past 2 hours. And again, remember, collectors, helping collectors, be kind, help each other out. And tip of the week, when you tell somebody you can get them an action figure, oh, by the way, can I ask $10 to pay my gas? Wrong. You were already hunting. You were already hunting. Suck it up and deal with it. Again, this is CTP Collector University signing off. Good night. Thank you, and God bless. See you.
Peace.